It was 6 months ago I boarded on the plane to go to America. I had the great privilege and opportunity to spend a year as an exchange student here. Half of my time has now passed, and what I've learned here has far exceeded my prior goal to master the English language. The most important lessons I've learned here has had nothing to do with learning a new language. As an exchange student, I did not only move to a different country that culturally differed from mine, but I also live with a host family who has both different family structure and religion that I'm used to. And having to change so much, such as country, culture, family, friends, school, food, well, basically everything has really enabled me to grow as a person. And I'm not only talking about the 5 pounds I gained. I think that several lessons can be learned from traveling, and I genuinely do believe that the world would be a better place if we all traveled more. And I'm not the first one to say this. Mark Twain once said that travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness. And another quote about traveling, as we can see, is that travel is the only thing that you can buy that makes you richer. And I agree with both of these quotes so much. And what both of these quotes have in common is that they both refer to traveling as more of expanding your psychological view and less about the actual geographical place you're going to. Now, I have always liked to travel, and I don't think I'm alone when it comes to this either. A lot of people like to travel. How many people in here, for example, likes to travel? Yeah, so that's quite a lot. Sometimes I like to travel just to calm down and find peace. However, my personal preference of traveling is when you go somewhere foreign or somewhere different with a foreign culture, as this sort of traveling provides you with seeing new things and a new way of life. And what I found is so enjoyable with this sort of traveling is that you are put outside of your comfort zone. Back home, I used to spend a lot of time at this famous place I like to refer to as the comfort zone. But as I came here and all of my daily life activities changed, I was almost forced to operate outside of my comfort zone. And that was a real learning experience for me. Here, I was almost forced to think differently, as normal back home in Sweden seemed to have a different meaning here. And today, I would like to share with you the 3 most important lessons I've learned by traveling here. So first of all, traveling here has led me to a new level of friendship I think I will appreciate and cherish for the rest of my life. I have known this person my entire life, but spending time with her outside of my comfort zone made me trust and believe in her more than I ever had before. And I'm talking about myself. I think that that's one of the many interesting things that happens when traveling. It made me get to know not only new people, but it made me fully get to know myself. And the second thing traveling here led me to was to expand my comfort zone. I expanded my comfort zone because, needless to say, doing what I thought was scary or uncomfortable every day, it wasn't as scary anymore. And I believe that if you expand your comfort zone, it will help you reach your maximum ability, no matter what it may be like. And that leads me to my third point. When I expanded my comfort zone, I was able to reach my full potential. Unconsciously, living inside of my comfort zone simply made me live too comfortably, not really thinking about that the way I'm living could be completely different. So I can definitely say that traveling here has taught me a lot, as well as improved me as a person, and it has been the best investment of time I've ever made. And those are the 3 lessons I've learned. However, the biggest discovery I made from traveling across the world might surprise you. My biggest discovery from traveling across the world simply is you don't have to travel across the world. The really exciting and knowledgeable experiences doesn't just have to happen when you're in a geographically new location, but a psychologically new location. And what I mean is we can travel and get all of the wisdom and lessons and knowledge that you get from traveling. but we don't have to go to a new location geographically. And with this discovery, I would like to challenge everyone here today to travel. The definition of the word travel is to go from one place to another, and I obviously don't want you to go on a plane and fly somewhere. But I do want you to go to a new location psychologically by stepping outside of your comfort zone and changing your perspective. Because that, to me, is what traveling really is about, to extend your view of the world. Travel is not a destination. Travel is a mindset. But obviously, if you do jump on a plane and fly somewhere, however, you will get all of the many advantages of traveling naturally. The comfort zone looks different from person to person. For someone, it might be to raise your hand in class or switch lunch tables at school or work. But it can really be anything that you are not usually doing. And I have found that people are a great source of perspective as well. I had the opportunity to speak with people who view life differently by coming here, but everyone are and think a bit differently no matter where you go. So I encourage you to try to have a conversation where you live, but with someone who has different political views than you. And even if you might not agree, try to really understand and listen. And I can almost guarantee you that if you do all of this, you will psychologically and maybe even geographically end up somewhere different than you're used to. I don't know where I would have been if I hadn't dared to do what I found was scary or stayed inside of my comfort zone. But one thing is for sure, I would not hold a TEDx talk in a foreign language. Thank you.